When I was in college, I witnessed some of the worst behavior imaginable, and it all kind of had to do with partying and hookup culture and drugs and alcohol. And I just had to make a video about all of this because I wouldn't be here in this position of authority if I hadn't had avoided all of that terrible behavior in college the way I did. So I'm going to tell you a very specific story that happened on a very specific night in college, and I'm going to tell you exactly what happened that night and then the shift I made for the rest of college that saved me and allowed me to be able to sit here on a video, talk about it all, and help other people. And I built my dream physique, which I was pretty proud of. I did all of this because I avoided the typical parties, drugs, and hookup culture of college. So here's that story. There was a night that my sister and I hung out at college. Basically, she was a freshman in high school, still back in the hometown that I grew up in, and I was a freshman in college. So I was there for a few months, and then she visited me to hang out. And on this night that she visited me, every person that I really hung out with was either kind of drunk or blackout drunk. Basically, nobody around was sober. I think there were some guys that I knew really well who were somewhere else doing something else that night who weren't drunk or, didn't have anything to drink. But everybody around me that I associated with freshman year was either out partying, drunk, or blackout drunk. And I remember we were going to the place where all these friends lived because I was taking my sister there to meet all of them. But my sister couldn't meet them because they were drunk. They were so drunk that she could not meet them. That's how drunk they were. Somebody was throwing up in the bathroom. Somebody was passed out on the bed. Half of the people she never met because they were drunk when she visited. And I just remember thinking, I am setting a bad example for my sister right now. Not because these people are bad, but because I am associating with this behavior in a way by knowing them and showing my sister them. And just, I felt bad because I had shown my sister a really weird side of the world that we didn't know very well. Like, we weren't around a lot of people who were getting blackout drunk and being stupid like that in our family. Like, our family is pretty well put together. So I just felt like I felt bad about it because she needed to have a good older brother to look up to. And in a weird way, and I hope you guys understand what I'm about to say here, the videos I make are like kind of what I would make to a little brother or a little sister. Like, older brother advice is kind of how I want to make these videos. So you guys are kind of like my sister in this situation where, like, I'm trying to tell any of you who are maybe going into college what not to do and what I did. And I want to tell you what I did because what I did afterwards, after this happened, was too extreme, and I would have done what I did a little bit differently, if that makes sense. So after freshman year, I basically locked myself away completely in isolation in a deeply rigorous, regimented routine. And I wanted to do this because I felt like I wasn't the best version of myself for being kind of associated with the party, hookup, and drugs and alcohol culture of college. And I locked myself away, and I basically had a daily routine that I planned out every 30 minutes, and this was terrible. And the pain that I felt when I showed my sister around at college and felt like I was being a bad example, I felt even worse when I locked myself away and put myself under a really rigorous routine, and it was way too difficult. And so I'm going to tell you what I wish I would have done instead that would have kept my sanity together and also would have benefited me in the way that I wanted. So first of all, I would have probably got away from the people who got blackout drunk all the time. And it's not because I think they're bad people, but it's because that's not who I am. I would have surrounded myself, number one, I would have surrounded myself with people who are like-minded. Number two, I would have developed a routine where I was never around parties, drugs, or alcohol. Basically, a routine where I was in bed pretty early and up pretty early. Somewhere where a lot of people just wouldn't be who are blackout drunk or like partying. You would never see those people at 7 a.m. up and around, usually, right? So develop a routine surrounded around your good habits and fill that routine, the number three, which is with good habits. Like, I would say the pillars are proper nutrition, proper sleep, which is kind of what I just said, and working out. And I think your schoolwork / your job, whatever that is for you, that career part of it, do that. That's pretty much all you need. And make friends with those people who are like-minded with you. Like when you go out and you meet people who are like-minded, make friends with those people, because those people are going to be your lifelong friends. And I was pretty blessed to have really good roommates, even though there were a lot of other people who were, maybe less good. I had really good roommates, so I was able to actually live with good people who are a lot more aligned with me. So I got pretty lucky there. So I'm going to go over the things that I wish I just would have focused on that would have kept me happy and actually would have been the correct self-improvement. Number 1 is surround yourself with good people who are like you. Number 2 is develop a routine that allows you to avoid all of that bad culture. Basically, go to sleep early and wake up early and fill your days with exercise, proper nutrition, proper sleep, and whatever work / job you're doing. And then 3 is good habits, and I think that was it. Basically just simple stuff, because self-improvement is all about internal growth, not external validation. So don't go into this self-improvement journey thinking you're going to attract a bunch of really good people and make a bunch of money or get really in shape, because that may not happen with you. It might be more of a situation, and it should be more of a situation where you grow internally, and as a result, the external stuff will happen. Basically, overall, in short, you need to avoid partying, drugs, alcohol, and hookup culture like it's the plague. Build that routine, develop those good habits, and surround yourself with like-minded people, and you will be in good shape. That's what I wish I would have done sooner, and also instead of my rigorous self-improvement routine. Hope that helps, and thank you guys for watching.